in this video, we're going to be looking at adding e-learning units to your Facebook group. My name is Anita Wong and I'm a digital marketing strategist and tech coach. I'm here to help you accelerate how you get things done so that you're more confident and able to tackle anything that the social media and your web design throws at you. Having an engaged community on Facebook is really, really important, and part of being engaged with your group members and your pages members is to provide a nurturing environment. If you've been following this series of Facebook group videos, then you'll know that we've been looking at different aspects of your Facebook group. If you haven't seen any of the videos associated with this video, please just look in the description below and the links to the playlist will be there. One of the best options within your Facebook group is to add e-learning units. It enables you to group your posts into handy units for your members to find really easily. And they've also introduced what's known as topic tags so that you can add a tag to any post and it's searchable inside your group by your members. In order for you to turn on your units inside of your Facebook group, we need to go to the admin area. So you need to click on the More button and go to Edit Group Settings. There are two ways to add learning units to your group. You can either go into the group type and change this to make your whole group a social learning group, and this will organize your posts into units or series of groups that members can see, or you can scroll down and it gives you the option to add a social learning units to your group. So you can go ahead and add that in here. Once it's added the social learning units to your group, just go ahead and click the save button just to be sure that it's saved. And as you'll notice down here on the left, you've suddenly got a units tab. Now this units tab will enable you to create an agenda or a curriculum for you to share with your members. It's also a really good way of ordering some of your posts. So for instance, if you do a challenge inside your group, once you've done that challenge, you can add it to the units. Okay, so to show you how to create a unit, you go ahead and click Create Unit. It will ask you to give your unit a name. It'll also ask you to add a description. This just helps your members know what the unit's about. Once you're happy, you click Create Unit. Before you do that, you do have an option to make this unit optional. Now, what happens is with the social learning units inside of Facebook groups, you can actually set them to be compulsory or optional. If you're in a group which is paid for, you might want to add it as a compulsory part of your group curriculum, but I always make these optional. And go ahead and create the unit. Once your unit's been created, as you can see, it's got the name Test Unit 1, and it says this is the unit about setting up your Facebook group. So now what's left to do is to add content to your unit. Now you can do this in two ways. You can create a post right inside the unit like I'm doing now. Add either a video or an image. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to add an image in here quickly. And then go ahead and post. Once you've actually uploaded this post into your unit, you'll see that Test Unit 1 has a post here. If you've got more than one post inside a unit, then it will have lots of different ones in there as well. You can carry on creating different units, and you can create the units without actually having any content. So if you wanted to plan an agenda or a content for your group, you could go ahead and create the units in preparation for you to put posts in at a later date. And to do that, you just go ahead and create the unit by clicking on the Create button. You do Unit 2 Test. Again, you go ahead and put in your description, make this unit optional if you wish, and click Create Unit. Then you go to the Units tab, and now you have two actual units there and then. Now here it says make units the default landing tab instead of the discussion. Now if you want to grow your Facebook group and you want engagement to be the primary factor within your group, I would not make your units the initial landing page. You want people to come into your group and immediately be exposed to a discussion and the engagement that's going on, not necessarily going straight into the learning portal. They can find the learning portal by clicking on the units here, and you can also tell them about it in your post inside the discussion. Now, before we leave this part of the units area, I want to show you the more settings. So when you click the more settings, it enables you to reorder your units. So you can have a show progress. So what that does is it shows your members how far through the units they are. And that's really useful, especially when you have a lot of content inside a unit. It will enable them to go straight back to the part where they were when they left. You can also allow your members to celebrate completing a unit by allowing them to share when they've completed that unit into the main discussion area. Now, this is a really good way of giving your members the sense of achievement, and we can go on to that at a later date in another video when we introduce badges to your group. You can also add an optional description for the whole unit if you want to. Now, to reorder your units, you just have to simply grab hold of it and drop it down. This is useful if you're adding content that is dated. So like if you've got monthly trainings or you've got weekly trainings and you want the most recent to be at the top, you can reorder those as and when you wish. Once you've reordered them and you're happy with the reorder, you just go ahead and click save. I want to show you another way of adding to your units. So you go back to the discussion tab. Now this is if you've already got posts inside of your group and you want to add them to your units after you've created your units. So for instance, you may only just start introducing the e-learning units to your group, and you may have content already inside your group that you want to assign to a unit, so that it makes it easier for your members to find that content. So to do that, you just need to go through your posts. So let me go down here to this one when I uploaded the photo, and I want to add this to one of my units. So to do that, what you need to do is you need to come up here where the upside down triangle is and click that. This will ask you whether you want to add it to a unit you've already got or add it to a new unit. So this is where you have control over what content you've already got inside your group, and you can then add it into the units for it so that it's easier for your members to find. So you can either add it to a unit you've already got, or you can add it to a new unit. So if you want to add it to a unit you've already got, you just click test, unit test 2. So you click on the one that you want it to go to, and you just give it a title and add to unit. Now what will happen is that that will then be added into the unit that you've allocated it to, like you see there. Now, there is another way that you can add content to a unit in advance, and this is a really cool way of planning a challenge or any engaged content that you want to give to your members. So what you need to do first of all is you need to schedule a post inside your group. Once you've scheduled that post, you can then add it to a unit. So what happens is that when it's actually published, it will automatically be allocated to that unit. So we're inside the discussion tab here, and we're going to put a scheduled post in. So we're not going to publish the post straight away. We want to schedule a post for later. So what we do is we go up to the top of your page. So what I'm going to do now is here next to the post button, we have a scheduled button. So we click that and we're going to schedule this post for tomorrow. So we're going to make it go out tomorrow at 2:53, and we're going to click schedule. What we're going to do is we're going to let the Facebook group schedule that post for you. Now, once you've scheduled a post inside of your Facebook group, it will show up here. Now, to see that post, you just go ahead and click see post. This will open up a new window where you've got all your scheduled posts that are coming out. What you can do then is you click on the upside down triangle here, and you can add it to a unit ready to go out. So if I add it to my test unit and I add it in here, you add to the unit, it won't go into the unit and it won't be visible in the unit until the published time. So you'll see it inside your unit, unit 1, test 1, and it comes into your unit as a scheduled post. This little trick that I've just showed you is a really good way of you preparing your content for your Facebook group. So in this video, we've looked at how to add e-learning to your Facebook group. We've also looked at how you can set up your units inside your group and add a post to that unit. And as a super hack at the end of this video, we've also looked at how you can schedule a post inside your group and then add it to a unit so that when it's published, it goes into your discussion, but it's also automatically allocated to a unit for later so that you don't have to go in and allocate it to your units later. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about this video, please pop them in the comments below. Give me the thumbs up if you've liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell so that you get notified when my next video is uploaded.